my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, welcome to the autumnal equinox. Today, September 23rd, is the equinox, and we are now going into autumn in the northern hemisphere. And this, of course, will be the spring equinox in the southern hemisphere. Either way, we're on an equinox. We're all on a equal day today, no matter where you live on Earth. So for today, I'm going to do a pick a card, what the next season is going to bring for you. So this will be the next 3 months, right up until December 21st. So September 23rd to December 21st. So whether it's autumn or spring, this will be a reading. I'm going to be dividing it up into your sun sign element. So fire, water, earth, and air. All right, and not to worry, I'll announce just before what signs that is, and I will put the timestamps down below. I'm going to be using the super awesome fortune telling cards, the Madame and Dora's fortune telling cards, the Psych cards, the Male Oracle, Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and the Crystal Ball Pocket Oracle. I will be giving you space to ask a yes or no question before I pull the Crystal Ball Oracle. So get your question ready. All right. So I'll be right back with our piles and see you in a minute. Right. So I've shuffled the cards. You're just going to have to believe me that I didn't look. I didn't peek. I don't know what's in there. Just sometimes you have to have faith. So if you are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you're fire, you're the first pile. If you are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you're earth, you're the second pile. If you are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're the third pile. And if you are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, you're the fourth pile, water. You can read your sun sign, but because we're the equinox and it's the sun changing, that's why I've gone by sun sign. But you can also read your moon sign or your rising sign if you know it. You can read your other person in your life. Just go ahead, make this fun, make it easy. That's what it's meant to be. If the reading doesn't resonate for you, then it just wasn't for you this time, and maybe next time it will be. All right. With all that said, let's get going. We'll start with fire. And how I did it is just the natural occurrence in the zodiac, right? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. All right, so fire, desire, the fire element, desire. There's also a number 37 on here. So the number 37 might mean to you, or the number 1, because 3 plus 7 is 1. So something in that regard might mean something to you. May or may not. Just a reminder, get your question ready for the end of the reading. Get your yes or no question, and we'll pull a card and see what the answer is. So let's get started with before I get started, the element is from the Black Moon astrology cards. So that's what I put on the front. So now we're going to the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Let's see, what does this say? Oh, romance. Romance fire. Negotiation, and rebellion. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think I see something that might be picked up. Okay, so looks like you've got some romance, but you have this negotiation in here, and you also have rebellion. I wonder if somebody is more interested in you than you are interested in them. Somebody might be coming and might be some kind of negotiation. Maybe you have some children to bring together. Maybe it's something to do with economy. Maybe they don't live close to you. Perhaps you're of 2 different religions, but there's something here that has to be negotiated. And one of you it's something that sticks between the 2 of you, because I do see 2 heads here. So it probably, you'll work through it, but it'll be a bit of a fight. But yeah, it looks like you've got some kind of romance coming, but to make it work, you're gonna have to come together somehow. There might be there might be some compromises that have to be made. Um, yeah, I feel like there's a blending of two families here, for some of you, or something. Something has to be negotiated. There's something that this is a really good case of opposites attract, night and day. You're night and day, so you have to negotiate what's going on here. What is under the these are so cute. The airmail oracle cards. Airmail, honor routine. Honor routine. And look at, I see the teapots are here. So honor what routines that you have in life, and realize how stabilizing they are. We have some numbers on here. We have a 5, we have a 60, and a 30. So I don't know if those would be lucky numbers for you. I forgot to mention your lucky numbers from these cards: 2, 7, and 11. 2, 7, 11, 5, 60, and 30. But honor your routine. So when you're doing this rebellion, or this negotiation, maybe this negotiation is you have to move to be closer to one or the other, or you have to give up your job. It's just telling you, stick to your guns as well. Stick to your guns as well. Discuss it over a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Make it easy. Also, there's a little duck here. So water off a duck's back. I'm also getting, make it pleasant though. Make it pleasant. Via airmail, this might be negotiations or things that you talk about over the internet. So maybe this is an internet romance that you're having, maybe meet online, and that's why you have to negotiate where you're going to meet. But it's definitely something over airmail. Honor your routine. So now these sight cards were made by a psychologist, and they're no longer in print, and they just came kind of like in an envelope. I don't even have a box to show you. The home. This is interesting for fire people. Keep the home fires burning. The home fires burning. And interesting, there's another cup of tea here. We have another 7 and 7. So 7 are going to be very, very lucky. Also with this home and this honor the routine, I'm really getting that hunker down, my fire people. Which is really difficult for you to do. Very difficult. You like to be action, you like the passion, you like to travel, and this is just telling you not right now, not right now. The home will become very important. Especially with this honor routine here. Maybe this is a good time to do some home maintenance. Maybe it's a good time to do some renovations, eat more at home, right? Maybe exercise more at home. But it just really, I'm getting with the coffee and teapot, coffee mugs, teapot here. I'm really getting just chill. I just want to say like a balloon deflating. Like you just been through a really hot summer and now the balloon is deflated and now you can just relax at home. I'm getting slow things down, especially maybe with this romance here. What's the Endora's fortune telling card? The Gate. A barrier keeps you from your goal. Wow. So there's something here that wants to get started. It's interesting. There's also a big fence and gate on this card. I don't know if you can see that or not. There. Sorry, there's a big fence and gate there. Wow. The gate. A barrier keeps you from your goal. So there is something. So it's either a job or the negotiations. I'm thinking you don't want to leave your home. They don't want to leave their home. But this romance is definitely, you know, something, and it doesn't have to be a person. It could be anything that you feel passionate about. Like maybe you see a new job, or you see, well, obviously a new person or something. So it could be anything you become passionate about, but you're going to have to negotiate. You might have to give something up, but it looks like you don't. It looks like you're like, no, I'm staying home. I'm not staying home, because a barrier keeps you from that. Let's see what. The breakup, the pig, and these are the fabulous fortune telling cards, and the house. Look at this. The house, the home, routine, the gate. Look at the pig with the food. Okay. There is, with this breakup and this rebellion here, if you aren't careful, if you become greedy, remember, bring home the bacon, but the bacon also can get fried. If you want to keep things the way they are, do not become greedy about things. There is an opportunity here for a breakup, even with this romance. So this romance might come hot and heavy, and then you realize, no, I've got kids, you've got kids, I'm married, you're married, whatever the gate is. I think you're going to decide this is going to be I'm getting a whirlwind romance kind of thing happening for you singles. For you single Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, I'm getting whirlwind romance. And it could even be something with a job. Maybe your job ends, you become, you think you deserve more money, so you go demand the boss for more money, and they call it good, and they say no, we're good. And there's a lifeboat here. So I'm thinking this breakup will happen for a reason. You'll look back and think that was, wow, dodged a bullet there. We have some more numbers for you: 4, 22, and 26. So if you're writing those numbers down for lucky lottery or whatever, I claim no. Look at my disclaimer down below. This is for fun and entertainment only. If you are writing down some numbers, those would be your lucky numbers coming up for the next 3 months. But it looks like we got something whirlwind coming here. It's going to catch your eye. You're going to be so excited about it. And then you're going to realize, oh, I might have to give up something for this. And you decide then to just stay at home, stick with routine, because there is something that's going to block it. But you're going to look back and say, wow, I dodged a bullet there. And just remember not to get too greedy or too enthralled and like, I must have this, and no, just stay at home, stay with routine. If you are thinking of getting pregnant, you might have an addition to your house, that you might have an addition to your family this year. Or if you're thinking of getting pregnant, might be a good time to get pregnant. Or have an addition to your home, but something by the end of this comes closer to Christmas, and look at, you got fireworks there. You got something to celebrate. I think though it has a lot to do with, you'll be stopped from doing something, and when you look back, you'll go, wow, yeah, I really dodged a bullet there. There's a lifesaver there. Don't become too enthralled with it though, with this pig here. Be a little bit, be happy with what you've got and celebrate that. And like I said, those couples out there, if you're thinking of getting pregnant soon, this card would be indicating it'd be time to add a little one to the house, especially with the home here, All right, let's get to your question. So I will do the shuffling. You ask your question, yes or no questions only, please. Yes or no question. Cards are ready. Choose a new direction. That is actually very applicable to this. You get a bonk on the head saying, no, choose a new direction. So whatever this is, it's telling, these cards are telling you no, and this card is telling you no. Find this fascinating too. Equinox, right? Equinox, choose a new direction. So I would say that's a soft no. A soft no, just like the cards are telling you here. A soft no. Choose a new direction. All right. So that's for my fire people. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. On to the next one. All right, for my earth people, this would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And we have a number 38 here for you. Earth element stability. And we have a number 38, or that would be a number 11. 3 plus 8 is 11. So let's get started with the read. Enterprise. Lust. Restlessness. I'm going to put a dot over that just in case. Okay, you're itching to get something done here, my earth people. This is a great time. Oh my God, I can't believe this. 111, the number 1 is your number. I can't believe that. You have all Aries fire going here. Earth people, what are you trying to get started? Well, mind you though, autumn basically is earth time, isn't it? It's harvest, it's abundance. It's everything we've been working on. We work hard, and we reap the rewards. But we've got I can see you want to start something, because we have all Aries here, and Aries is start. You might want to start a new business. You might be like almost exploding with, I got to get this done. You're very restless about it. You want something, you want to get it done. Something though is it impeding you, that you have this restless? It's like you just have to get this out. Like I'm just getting, like you're going to explode like a volcano if you don't get this business going, or if you don't get this idea out there, because Mercury is also ideas. Interesting here, we have the compass. Any direction you want to go will be fine. You just want to get it started. So let's find out why you haven't gotten it started, or maybe like you're chomping at the bit, and this is all you think about, is starting this business or starting this. It could be relationship as well. Enterprise here with the flowers. It could be starting a relationship, especially with the lust here. And you just, maybe you're chomping at the bit to get it going, but there's something here that you just really want to get going, but why aren't you? Why aren't you? That might be a question only you can answer. You just want to start off in a whole new direction, but I think something is stopping you. So this is the airmail oracle, and we ask questions via airmail. Not all of them have that. So that tells me that's something by the internet, by email, but we have a 25 cents. So 25 is another number, and $5 is another number. Ask questions. So if you can't get this started, you have to ask questions. You have to be like the wise owl. And I find this interesting that the birds are sitting, they aren't flying. So that's what I mean. Like, you are chomping at the bit to get this thing. Is it a relationship? Is it a business? Is it a new job? Is it, getting into school? Whatever it is. For some reason, You need to ask more questions. It's not moving forward. The owl, which is wisdom, he's just sitting here looking at you, and just like ask questions. What are you going to do? So far, your numbers are 38, which is 11, which is 1, 1, which is 2, or 1, 1, 1. And then you have 25 or 5 and 5. So far, those are your numbers. But I'm getting a feeling like you want to get started, but also Mercury is asking questions as well. And that could be your restlessness. Maybe because this is by airmail, you're waiting for somebody to email you back. You're waiting for the bank to email you back. You're waiting, for maybe some kind of software to come off the internet. This is definitely by email, or internet or something. Is it an internet business that you want to get going? Is it an internet relationship that you want to get going? But it's definitely something in the ether, especially the way Mercury is in here. And do you have to travel to go to get this started? I'm just really getting this frustration. So this is the Sight cards. It was developed by a psychologist. They no longer are in print, but they're really pretty cards. The Beauty. And we have another number here for you, 27. And look at that. Well, isn't that the earth signs, the Venus, especially if you're a Taurus. So is this a business in the beauty industry, perhaps? Are you waiting until you lose weight? Are you waiting? Is there something about the appearances? Are you worried that your branding isn't very good? It isn't ready. You don't have your logo ready. You don't feel like you're ready to present yourself to the public, to the earth, right? You don't feel like you're quite ready. When you look in the mirror, you just see it all fractured rather than actually seeing what you have already is really good. So have you not applied for that job because you don't think you have your resume perfect? Have you not started that business because you don't have your logo, or you're not ready, you don't think you have your branding, or maybe you're not finished all your training for it? And that's might be where the ask questions comes in. Maybe you need to ask more questions so you can complete this picture, so you have the self-confidence to go forward with this idea. So now this is Madame and Dora's fortune cards. The Cadeus, you will receive news from afar. Wow, well look at. You're waiting for news from Mercury. You're waiting for news. And look at that. The Caduceus, you will receive news from afar. It does. It comes by. You're waiting for some news. So and ask questions. So you've asked all these questions, or maybe when you get the news, you need to ask further questions because you do not have the complete picture here ready to present. And again, this could be for a relationship, could be for a new business, a new job, any kind of anything new that you want to start this autumn. It just feels like the frustration, but look at this, how that matches up. And I swear to you, I do not know. When I'm shuffling these cards, I keep them all down. When you see them is the first time I see them. And one of these times I'm going to film myself just to prove, but it is really boring watching me put all the cards out. So that's why I don't. So now we're going to go to the super awesome fortune telling cards. The Zombies, the Flame, and the Cats. Well, this is interesting. The Zombies are your past catching up to you. And before I go further and forget, we have 3 numbers, 21, 19, and 11 again. 11 ones are going to be your very ones, 11. Here's 21. Here's another one in the 19, that 38 made an 11. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with ones. So starts. Go ahead and start. The zombies are actually our past catching up to us, people from our past, things from our past, rearing their ugly head. So maybe this also is imposter syndrome. The zombies here is that, you know, you think you're not good enough, or you know, you're waiting for something from the past. This is something from the past that is affecting. Now with the flame here, the devil, this is everything can go up in smoke, right? Everything can just go up in smoke. It can end just as quick as it started. With the cats here, you need further information. You need further information. And if you notice on this cat's card, each cat is looking in a different direction. So you might need some more information from different directions. The cats, this is, if you look, this is the, it's supposed to be like the sneaky Illuminati, you know, you know, they're stealth and they only come out at night, and that kind of thing. And they'll come around when they want something from you, right? When the food dish is empty, they'll come around. But other than that, they may ignore you. They're not your friends. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. Not one of them are looking up at you, but you have to be very careful that you don't blow this up, that you, because of your past. Don't think because they're asking all these questions, oh my God, you know, you apply for a job and they want an interview and you go there and you blow it because, you know, you're worried that they're going to ask about that job you got fired from, and you're such a nervous wreck, you blow the whole interview. Or you're afraid to give them information from your past, and then they find out anyways, and that blows it up, right? They find out anyways, and that blows it up as well. So just answer everything properly. I know you want to get this thing started, whether it's relationship. Like if you want to get a relationship started, you started talking with this person on the internet, but you're like, oh, I can't meet them in person until I lose some more weight, or I get my hair done, or something. If you bring those kind of negative things into it, it'll just blow it up. It'll just disintegrate in front of your eyes, and everything will be for naught. And that's sometimes when we have lust and restlessness, we rush into things rather than taking our time and doing them properly. But there's definitely 3 things here that you have to sort out before you get this started, and just take your time. Even look at, we have a volcano here that's just like blowing things up with the flame here. That's just, you know, there's a chance here that things will just blow up in your face, rather than ask questions. There's 3 questions here. Ask questions. Make sure that you don't have this perfection idea that you can't do something until everything is perfect. Don't hide anything from your past when you're talking to the bank or you're talking to a new lover, because it could blow everything up. Or like when you're trying to get a new job or whatnot. So with this number 1 being so prevalent, I'm going to say that the first of every month is probably going to be important for you. The 1st, the 11th, 25th, the 5th minor, 27th, but the 19th, 21st, and 11th for sure. All right. So get your yes or no reading, a question ready to go. Yes or no question, and let's see what the Pocket Oracle has to say. Just a yes or no question. Cards are ready. No. So whatever it is no. So don't push it. Don't push it. All right? Maybe it's this situation you want to push it through, and it's going to end up blowing up in your face. So anyways, the answer is no. Sorry. Unless maybe you asked a question, you know, will the doctor find cancer or something? So maybe that would be a good no, right? All right. So have a great season. Now on to the air element, communicating. And you have a number 39. So that's 3 plus 9 is 12. So it's also the number 3. So 3, 12, or 39. We're starting here. So the air element is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And we start with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Ooh, manipulation. Inspiration. And intuition. Wow, these are all up in your head. We have 3 numbers, 8, 12, and 4 before I continue on here. Now, manipulation this isn't manipulating other people. This is using your thoughts to get what you want, to ask the universe. So go up to your universal post office and ask what you want. Try and manipulate the situation that way. So if something isn't going your way, try and change your thoughts about it. Also, inspiration. So have use inspiring thoughts to change things. So, for example, if you're deeply in debt, don't go up to your universal post office and say, I don't want to be in debt. Ask the universal post office for $2,000 to pay your credit card bills. So make sure you use things in a more positive way and also use your intuition. This is going to be a season for you that is very up in your mind and your head and your thoughts. So be careful what you wish for, because you're going to get it, my air people. This is a huge message that we have the celestial being all at the top of the card here. I just really want you to be aware of what you're creating with your thoughts. Keep them positive, keep them pumped up, and really go with your intuition. This is probably not a good season to maybe start anything that has to do with the body, for example, exercise or diet. It seems to be you must get your head in focus this season, because once you get that in, once you get your thoughts and everything in order, everything falls into place. So, for example, if you're trying to do a diet, but you don't have the proper self-image or the proper headspace for it, as soon as you're finished the diet, you're going to just gain all the weight back. So this is a really strong warning that to really focus on your thoughts, your law of attraction, but and make sure you're doing it all in an inspiring way, because once you start manipulating a situation in a negative way, that's called bad karma and bad juju. So really be careful what you're wishing for other people, because it's going to come back to you and hard. Also, yeah, you just really go with your gut. Activate that solar plexus, and go with your gut with everything that you do. Okay, so now we're going to use the air male oracle cards. These are so cute. Oh, explore more, and look at that. First man on the moon, celestial. Absolutely. We have some more numbers. We have a 10. This was 10 cents. We also have a 30 and a 1971. Well, 1971. We also have the word orange on here. You might want to wear a lot of orange, which is a good autumn color, or have orange things around you. But yeah, this is everything to do with space. You might feel really spacey. This season, like up in your head a lot. This is definitely a season of the mind. You might feel like lightheaded, right? I'm getting like like just not feeling very grounded this season because you are so much up in your head, which air people are. Air people are things that are actually in the air. And maybe this summer you were too much on the ground, so now you have to balance things out and embrace the air, the positive air qualities. I think that's fascinating that that matches up with that. Next card is a Psi card. It was developed by a psychologist. I don't have a box for this set, and it's out of print anyways. Father, and look, it's pointing up. Look at it pointing up. And you know what the father planet is? Saturn. You know what Saturn rules? Aquarius. So especially if you are an Aquarius air sign, this would be applicable to you, but it's applicable to everybody. And we have another number here, 13, and 1 plus 3 is 4. And we already have 4 on the table. So 4 is going to be a very strong number for you coming up. So also reach for the stars, aim for the stars. Also, Father is Chronos, which doesn't come around till January 1st, but it's father time. But definitely reach for the stars. Listen to some of your mentors, especially if you're doing some kind of schooling or some kind of intelligence or with your mind. They're going to give you really, really good directions. But generally speaking, this is Saturn, so this would be for the Aquarians. But again, for all the air signs, but maybe listen to an Aquarian, but definitely listen to the direction, especially when it points upwards. Wow, you're really going to be in your heads, you guys, you air signs. You're really going to be in your heads a lot. So now we're going to go on to Madame Endor's fortune cards, the Chalice. Rejuvenation and fulfillment. Yes, you know what? I think this is rejuvenation of your mind. I think maybe what you have done is a lot of body work. Maybe you spent a lot of time on the beach and in the water, and this is summer, or you spent a lot of time outdoors with your hands in the earth, and now it's time to get back into your head. And it's time to use your because air signs are the master manifestors, because they are so good at using their mind, at using their thoughts. And it's telling you, please go back to that. They're pointing back up to the stars, back up to the air, back up to your intuition, which lives in your subconscious. But in a positive way. So rejuvenation and fulfillment. Well, that's your fulfillment, air signs, is the power of the mind. The power of the mind. And the mind lives up in your thoughts and your subconscious, and getting messages from the universe. So now we're going to use the super awesome fortune telling cards. Oh, the King. And look at the crown on the head. Everything is about the head here for you. The Blender, and the Queen. Wow. Explore more. Look at the crowns on the head, and even this one's purple, so it's the violet crown, and this one's gold. And some people say that the crown chakra actually is a violet color with gold beads on top of it, like that. This is crazy. Honestly, I'm going to record myself shuffling this so that people believe me. You also need to blend your masculine and feminine features. You need to blend them. You can't be too masculine or too feminine. You need to blend that a little bit. Plus, I think you're going to see, once you do get some of this manifestation going, and you're going to rise up quite a bit here, no matter whether you're masculine or feminine. Yeah, and both these horses are speaking. See, their mouths are open. So that would be blending your words, blending your words. I think this is really telling you to be balanced. It's really a time for you to balance out, air signs. You've done way too much either in body or soul, right? Because you can be too soulful as well and live with your head in the clouds in a way that is not balanced or manifesting, right? You know, like there's I have a personal feeling about people who always say everything happens for a reason. That's absolutely not true. Everything happens because like how do you say that to a mother who's just lost a child? So if it can't be true for everything, then it's not true. How can you say that to somebody who just had RAPED? Everything happens for a reason. How can you say that to them? So if you can't say it to one person, if you can't say it to everybody, then it's not a truth. So I think there's people who live or they become like a religious recluse, or they get too involved in a cult. That's living too much in your soul. And then there's too much in your body, or you're big at the gym and you're neglecting parts of your mind. So this is telling you, air signs, you really need to balance your crown chakra, your mind here. You really need to balance that. You need to blend it all together. So at the end of these 3 months, you will be balanced. You will be body, mind, and soul balanced. But really, you've got to look up to the universe here, and get more involved with your mind a little bit. All right, and that's where your inspiration will come through too. All right, and you want to manipulate in a way that you're bringing good into your life. You don't want to manipulate in a way that is bringing pain to somebody else, because you'll learn the hard way that karma is a witch, right? Okay. Oh, I love this. I love this for you guys. You're going to become the king and queens of your life if you can do this, if you can blend body, mind, and soul. Get your mind going. Get your mind going without becoming too weird about it. So let's do the yes or no question. Yes or no question. So get your yes or no question going, and I'll shuffle. Yes or no question. Okay, cards are ready. Yes. Yes. Go for it. Yes. And interesting, a moon. A moon. I'm being told to turn this one over to not the right time. Yes, but not the right time. So yes, but not the right time. Interesting. You know what? You need to work on this and manipulate your manifestation a little bit more, because we have a moon here as well. Yes, but not the right time. So whatever you asked, the answer is yes, but it's not the right time. I think you need to work on blending something a little bit, or explore more. All right. All right. Well, that was the air sign for autumn 2023. Thanks for watching. Okay, last but not least, we are with the water element, the water signs, the Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And we have a number 40 here, or the number 4, water element, sensing. All right, so we're going to start with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun cards. Organization, well, this is harvest right now, so that makes sense. Impulsiveness. and domination. Ho, 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 ho. You Scorpios will like that. All right. So obviously organization, we are in, this is the harvest. This is gathering people around, organizing things, organizing people, organizing collection of things, impulsiveness and domination. Interesting. You have two Mars cards here. Or before I forget, the numbers 10, 1, and 9 will be important, and especially number 1, because 1 plus 0 equal 1. So we have a double 1 here. I think that with the organizing thing, I think you might just, I'm getting that somebody wants to take charge of something and just get it done. Just get it done. I don't care how it has to be done. Let's get it done. But there's something about being lucky in this impulsiveness. It's almost like, yeah, we got to get this harvest done. And, you just tell everybody, we got to get it done. We got to get it done. We're getting it done tonight. And they're like, well, can't we wait till tomorrow? And guess what? Tomorrow it rains and you can't get it done. So there's something lucky about this impulsiveness. There's something that when you have the urge to get something done, to go do something, it will be, and you just take charge of it. There's something about here that it's almost coming from inspiration from the heavens for you, that gets it done. It almost feels like a real take charge situation, whether it's in a relationship, a job, or anything in your life. There's something, maybe you have to organize your budget, and you decide, yeah, let's get this done, and you happen to find that a bill that was supposed to be paid a month ago hasn't been paid, so you just narrowly escape paying interest on it. Or the other way, you find something that was supposed to be returned, and it's never been credited to your credit card statement, and it's day 29 and you only have 30 days to claim it. Like, there's something lucky in that you just take charge and get it done. I'm getting that this is something that has, with this organization, that something that has been going on for a while, right? Like, wheat doesn't just grow overnight. These cows just don't grow overnight. It's something that takes time, and it's kind of been like waiting, and then boom, now you've got to do it. But if you don't take charge, it doesn't get done, or it doesn't get done on time. It's almost, I'm getting like a sheriff, right? It's almost like you get this impulse to just, you can't sit around and wait for somebody else to do it anymore. You're like, I'm doing it, and so be it. I just can't wait for you to do it anymore. I can't. I'm going to do it. And so you just take charge. You just take charge, and you become the leader. And people gladly follow you. They gladly follow you. They don't fight it. They're going, oh, thank God somebody took it over and is getting it done and organizing everything and counting, the wheat bushels and removing the wheat from the chaff and really getting it done. So that's going to be the general energies. Okay, now I'm going to use the Airmail Oracle. Rise again. Yeah, this is for sure. This is taking charge, water signs. Taking charge, especially if you're dealing with an Aries. Or an Aries person will be very lucky for you. So we have more numbers on here. We have a 5 and a 3 and a 10. So we got 2 10s here, 2 10s. So 1s and 10s. But rise again. This is, again, another one by Airmail. And again, like I said, they all don't have Airmail. Just some of them do. It's like this feather is like a feather in your cap. It's also kind of phallic. Be a little bit masculine. If you look, these are like more masculine cards. Whether you're feminine or masculine, just take that energy of masculine, that leadership, that empire, the emperor. And I just said emperor, and I just noticed this is yen. Well, Japan has emperors, don't they? I think you just need to be very it's going to be a very masculine season for you, I think, where you're going to just have to take charge of things. You might not enjoy that, water signs. Um, you tend to enjoy more going with the flow, and you don't mind being a leader, but for you to take charge like that, and that Mars energy, that fire energy, well, fire and water. The fire either puts out water or the water becomes steam. And I think in this case, the Mars is gonna heat you up, and you're gonna become steam. And what steam moves things, right? Steam is like steam engines, or your kettle whistles and moves you to come and pour it. So steam is steam engines have been around for a long time, and I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think the fire is going to put you out. I think the fire is going to heat you from underneath, and you're going to rise and become steam. And that's where the rise again comes. Now, this is a Psy card. This was developed by a psychologist. I do not have a box for this. And plus they're out of print. Oh, liberation. Liberation, breaking free. Look at that. You have 2 here, horses, breaking free. We have a number 38, which equals 11. So another couple of ones, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So that those are all your lucky numbers here. So the 1st of the month, the 10th of the month, the 9th of the month, the 11th of the month might be very important to you. The 4th of the month might be very important to you. But liberation, I think, oh, look at that. The clock agrees with me. I think you are going to break free. And look at that. This horse is over the water. I think you're going to overcome some of your shyness, or sitting back and letting things happen, or, reluctantly being the leader. I think you are going to break free from feeling like a imposter syndrome. I'm getting. I think you're going to break free. I think this is going to be very liberating for you to take charge of something, and really run with it and go with it and dominate it. And you'll feel like, this rising again. I think it almost gives you a second breath. Almost gives you a second breath in life, whatever this is. If it's a relationship you're in and it's not going so well, go take charge of it. Maybe use that phallic symbol there, however you may wish to, and maybe that'll liberate some things in your relationship. If it's a job you want, go for it. If you've always wanted to apply, thought you could do a better job than the manager, go for it, apply for it. If there's, anything you want to start, you wanted to start a business, or maybe the place you're working for, you think you could start a business and do better than them, go for it. This is your time, water signs. This is your harvest time. This is everything that you've done. You can now break free and go do it the better way that you know how. Rise again. So now we're doing Madame and Dora's fortune cards, the siren. And look at this, the water symbol I'm doing. A temptation may lead you astray. Oh, water people. Maybe the temptation to not do anything, to just sit back and let things be the way they are. Maybe that will lead you astray, the siren. So you've got this liberation, you've got this ability to take charge, to do things, and a temptation to just sit back and be in the flow will lead you astray from what you really need to do. Interesting, the water sign, and it's the siren, the mermaid. A temptation may lead you astray. The temptation not to take charge. Not to go on that impulse to say, I can do this. I can set myself free. I won't be trapped by old ways and old doing things. I'm going to dominate this, and I'm going to set myself free. So now we're going to use the super awesome fortune telling cards. The letter, the heart, and the attack. Okay, before we get started, I've got 3 more numbers for you, 16, 12, and 6. All right, so this actually, look at this siren, this temptation. I'm wondering if this has something to do with love, because the heart is here and the letter. I wonder if you're going to hear from an ex, because that's what the attack would be, and the siren. I wonder if you're going to hear from an ex by email or by DM or something, and it's going to sidetrack you, because that's what the attack is here with the temptation. Something that you want to maybe pay attention to, something that comes kind of out of the blue. Maybe you didn't expect to hear from this person, but it is definitely somebody from the past that wants to derail you somehow. I don't think they have good intentions for you at all, because we have the attack. I think you might hear from somebody who broke your heart before. And that's going to be what detracts you. It's going to feel like, I felt like I had all this energy, and then I saw this and I was like, oh, why do I have to deal with this right now? I mean, we'd all love to get a message of love and about somebody who really wants to be with us, but to get a message from an ex out of the blue is not pleasant. This could be what derails you. This what could be either they want to reconnect, or they've been stalking you, and they find you and they find a way to DM you, and it's not pretty. It kind of hurts your heart a little bit. I think this is where you also have to take domination and take the high road and forget and get liberated from this person, and just say, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not. It's not going to go anywhere. Sometimes I do reads for people, and it shows the past, and it shows that there is a chance for things to get better. With the attack here, no, not at all. But you know what a praying mantis does after they reproduce, or the act of reproduction, they chew off the other person's head, and that's what I feel is going to come here for you. And I know I like them all to be positive, but sometimes a warning is just as important as a rainbow coming out of a unicorn's butt, right? So just remember, if an ex reaches out, that's your derailing. That's going to derail you from being where you really need to be. But because you've got this second chance, this rise again, this liberation, this impulsiveness to just go for it. And then this person comes and, this is the water on the fire, putting out the fire. Boof. Right? Here comes the water on the fire is out. You've missed your opportunity for this fire that can create steam, that can create liberation, movement in your life. The end of the struggle. You finally manage to dominate this struggle, and here comes Buddy, whoever this is. And it doesn't have to be an ex-love. I mean, just because the heart is here, maybe you had a passion project that you were working on and it didn't go anywhere, and it's kind of now is distracting you. Maybe you want to be an artist, and now all of a sudden you walk by your artist stuff, your easel, and you think, oh, I should get into that. And it's distracted you from actually rising again and doing something that rises you to the top. Rise again to the top. That frees you. Going back to something in the past will trap you. All right. Interesting. Be interested to see who you hear from, water signs. Interesting to see who or what. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a job that comes back. and geez, we miss you, and so it takes your eyes off this prize, and you're like, oh, then you find out they pay less than what you were getting previously. So a temptation may lead you astray. Or maybe it was that, you know, that investment that you wanted so bad. Maybe you're like, oh, I missed out on Bitcoin the first time, you know, and that was your passion or whatever, and it leads you astray. Anyways, let's get to your yes or no question. Your yes or no question. Ask your yes or no question now. Cards are ready. Listen to your intuition. Wow. Wow, I'm being directed to pull another one. No. So if your intuition is telling you no, listen to you should always listen to your intuition, but especially if it's telling you no. I didn't get directed to read the second card on all of them, so that's a really strong message. I think just on air and water got a second card. Listen to your intuition. No. Oh, and then look at that. Temptation may lead you astray. Okay. So you hear from that ex. The answer is no. Look at that. Listen to your intuition. No. And that's exactly what this bottom one is telling you. Temptation may lead you astray. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope this resonated with you some way. Have a great autumn. Take good care. See you online, everyone. Bye for now.